Hello there. Oh, I would look very serious. That's funny. I do look very serious. Why is this? So hello there, peoples. That's good. It's on mute. Right. Okay. So I'm not like really tired, but yeah. So I've no idea how long I'll be here. Same old. Might not be too long. Might be 6 hours. Let's just go with it. Inner winter. Oh, there's me. And wait a minute. I wonder if I should just say what happened before, because in case nobody's on. Right, wait, yeah, I'm just going to say what happens, and then if people come on, I can chat to you. I'm fucking mind blown, right? Like, honestly, see being just one of the things that it might blows my mind, but so yeah, I was going to say being a medium is amazing, but like, so's the shaman part of it. But what are the chances of this happening, right? I just turned the music channel on because, you know, sometimes I get guided to do that, or even just leave a film on or something, and while it's on mute, I'll get the messages that way. And when I just thought about what are the chances of that actually happening, I just turned the TV on. And the TV before the picture came on was like, "Hi, Claire." I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "What the hell is this? Like, this is a fucking program." And it's one of the ones where it's like, I don't know, it's about selling and buying houses. And so what it was because it's the person that helps them make the deals on the house. So this might be relevant to someone. Remember, if you're new, everything I say is part of the channel, and it's going to mean something to someone. But I think it was just for me though. But it was the fact that it was like, I would say it was the spirit world fucking with me, to be honest. It was like them saying like, "Hi, Claire," but it was the fact that it was, because when I thought about that, I thought, of all the names in the world, and of all the times that I could have turned the TV on, what are the chances of me turning the TV on as she's picking up a phone to phone the lawyer or whatever, who's called Claire, going, "Hi, Claire." That's also weird that I said the lawyer, because it could have been anything. All these things could fucking mean something. That really freaks me out. I mean, it's fucking cool, but that really freaks me out. Cool freaked me out. You know what I mean? I just wanted to share it for I forgot, because these things happen to me all the time. But that was particularly wow. It's one of the things that you had to be there, kind of thing. Like, if someone had been there with me and that happened, they probably would have run out the house screaming. I've had that before with people that have known me like 10, 20 years. It's like, are you fucking driving me? Do you know what I mean? Because that was freaky. That was freaky, but cool. Anyway, that's that done. Do you like my wee? This is that's actually the mug that I use when all the other ones are dirty. So I'm not just being, fancy here. Yeah, it's actually for mulled wine. I mean, I suppose you could have anything in it, but yeah, it's quite funny. So is there there's no chatters yet. So what we're going to talk about, guys. It's the last analytic degree of, I'm trying not to shout too much, because we don't need to raise our voices too much. Yeah, it's the last chaotic analytic degree of Taurus moon right now. So, and I can feel that kind of, it just feels very electric. It feels very electric energy, like very Uranus or like Aquarius kind of energy. And that makes sense because, at some point, today or last night, don't quote me on that, like Uranus retrograde in Taurus was meeting up with the moon. So I actually spoke about that in some of the videos that I've done, I haven't published yet. Let's just look at the astrology while nobody's here yet, actually, so that I can. Oh. And yeah, so again, I put that in the community tab, but that also freaked me out. But it was kind of amazing that one of the videos that I done, did I do that yesterday? I get all confused. I think I done that yesterday, and and I titled it, and I titled it "Mend the Bonds Hurt by Trade," because, like I say all the time, that is what I help people do, whether that is with twin flames or with the twin flames that I work with their karmic, anyone, like friends, family, romantic, because it's and I just thought, again, of all the things she could ask to watch, because she usually wants to watch a program, she was like, "Can we watch Brave?" And she'd actually apparently watched it the other night, but I just thought, and I haven't seen Brave for years. Like, I love it, but I was just like, synchronicity after synchronicity is magical. And my niece is absolutely magical, but I was just like, wow. So that is really going to have meaning, is, oh shit, and it's really in line with the theme, you see, because I haven't published the last two videos because they've drained all my energy. They were just very intense, and it's just, yeah, very intense, and it's just what has been over flooding the collective messages for weeks now is the interference from karmic energy, like basically the energies that are trying to stop twin flame unions. But it's specifically what keeps coming through is like family members that are trying to stop it, or friends. I think I've published one of them, and it was like, I was kind of mind blown, because whatever I've brought through about fucking friends that are doing that, like I can't, I've lost count of how many other people I've seen that I've brought through the exact same message. So that, you know what I mean? And what I mean is, like, these are big, massive channels. They're no fucking copy me. Do you know what I mean? I did get it first, though. Like, again, I'm just saying, I'm allowed to be my ego sometimes, you know. Again, we're always in our ego, guys, right? We're in our soul and our ego. But like I said, if I, if like, I always give the same speech. So sorry, if you're hanging around here all the time, you're like, oh, fuck, she's about to say it again, because I do that. I observe myself saying it. But yeah, if we didn't have an ego, we'd be boring as fuck, right? That's my humor. That's my sass. That's why you can sit and watch for 6 hours. If I was boring as fuck, like, I will be boring to some folk, mind you, because they'll not have a fucking clue what I'm on about, whether it's astrology, the other weird shit that I talk about, the galactic stuff. And to be honest with you, can I just say, I'm kind of in that mood. I think I'm going to just kick myself right out of it, because now that I'm going, but I had to give myself a good old sage, which I do, but I really had to give myself a good old sage before I got on here. And I'm just kind of in one of those moods today where I'm like, do I actually do this on YouTube? Do I actually sit and talk about twin flames and sometimes refer to my own twin flame? Like, do I actually do that? Like, that's, and I'm like, yeah, I do, don't I? Fucking hell. Like, it's just, that's kind of where I'm at. It's all right, I'll pass. I just sometimes have these three. But that's where we're at anyway. Right, is anyone here yet? Right, so yeah, we're in the last degree of Taurus moon, so which is usually about grounding, and it's an earth sign and money stuff and valuing yourself. And I really do feel with Venus going direct and Leo, like basically what makes you I've just got to look up it, and now I'm just doing it from my memory. It's been getting you to look at, do you value yourself? Who do you value? What do you value? What makes you happy? What doesn't make you happy? What do you find beautiful? What don't you find beautiful? Like the company that you keep, the places that you go. And because I'm saying happiness, because Leo is happiness. That is what, to me, the Venus retrograde has been helping you look at. And so now that it's direct, I just think we'll see a lot of relationship changes, a lot of people breaking up, a lot of twins getting together, people that aren't twin flames too, but that is really quite common with the astrology just now. Because it's been getting people to look at, like, what do you value your own happiness? And if you're staying somewhere where you're unhappy and miserable, quite frankly, with what I pick up with on every day. And it's not funny, is it? But I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Yeah, some people are getting ready to do stuff about it. Like I always say, you never do anything about that until you're ready. Because as some of you know, I've actually, like, I was going to say coached, yeah, but like, whether it's counselled or coached or both through people through this, it's taken some people like a good couple of years or longer to actually leave situations for all different types of reasons for different people. Sometimes it is fear, which is a bit, it's a good enough, valid enough reason. It's and sometimes it's literally being trapped. Like people have got mortgages and rent and marriages. You know what I mean? Let's face it, some people are in marriages that they get off, and I do support that. I've supported people with that for years that are going through. Well, and also people that don't give them the divorce and all that. So it's okay, you know what I mean? It's a lot of heavy shit, guys. What else have we got here? Yes, Mercury is still retrograde until the 15th September, I think. But really, I would, you've still got the retro shade, so there'll still be fuckery till the end of September, really. And that's when yes, that's why they're getting me to say that. So in the shorts that I just published earlier, that is for tomorrow, but remember they're timeless, but sometimes they'll happen real time. I'd mentioned that it keeps coming through for the, wait a minute, I say harvest moon. Oh yeah, so I keep getting the harvest moon a lot, which is the harvest moon is the end of this month, the 29th. And the hunter's moon is, now when did I say that was? I think the hunter's moon is the one at the end of October, it must be. Yeah. So these seem to be ones that keep coming through. And like I said, it was amazing. It came up on that film because I must have knocked the subtitles on. I didn't mean to have it on. But my guides who had done that, and it came up the hunter's moon. So that was kind of amazing. And then I had another synchronicity where the hunter's moon was mentioned again. And yeah, so yeah. There's retrogrades and shit, guys. I just can't be, I don't know, I can't really be bothered today. Right, so is there anyone here? Because if there's something here, I'm just going to fuck off because I'm here to do people's cards. I'm joking, I'll do some collective stuff. Right. There's nobody here. See, it's because I don't come on. I normally don't come on at this time. Come on. Somebody fucking talk. Right, fine. I'll talk to myself. Right, okay. So right, okay. So what is the collective feels that I'm feeling for if we tap into a collective of twins? I would say the thing that keeps coming up is, like I said, the shitty stuff, but let's not go there because when I publish the last two videos, you'll see why. Like you can just look into all of that yourself, and it's just bullshit, man. It's just, let's not pay any attention to it. Let's just send strength and prayers and healing to the people that need it to stand up for their own happiness and being in their power and everything. That's what we need to do. And actually, yeah, sending love and healing to anybody trying to control people and stop them from going to where is going to make them happy. Because again, that comes from a dark place too. You know what I mean? Like not being, like I said, not doing the shadow work or an unhealed place in someone that, yeah, you know what I mean? It's anyway. So yeah, but what I'm feeling is it's like I just keep pulling cards about I'm awake and all that kind of stuff, or I get it now. I know, like whether it's on the videos or just when I'm pulling a card myself. So let's just see with this deck, because this deck always has big intense messages. Is there any other kind of, a lot of cards keep coming up about feeling lost as well. That came up in the video that I done. So is there anything that we want to add to this? Because like I said, it's here to do people's cards if anyone turns up. And if not, I'll do Charlotte's because Charlotte said I'll see you later. So, or I might just hang about and see if Charlotte comes on and gets some at the same time. So what have we got then to go with what I've just said, or what's a collective theme right now? What song's this? Arctic Monkeys. Wow, she looks good on the dance floor. Is that song even called that? I don't know what the song's called. Yeah, it is. That's just how psychic I am, because I don't even, it's not like I don't like them, but it's not like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not really my cup of tea, but anyway. We all think we look good on the dance floor though, don't we? So she, he, whatever you identify as. Right, so see, this is when, forget everything I said about do I actually do this. This is when I love what I do. Look at this. Time has brought me clarity about us. I made the wrong choices. That's when somebody's going through the retrogrades and they're like, oh, fuck my life. The choices that I've made are not the best. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. Oh my God, yeah. So basically the retrogrades have done their job. The Venus retrograde has absolutely brought up past memories for twin flames, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine. I would definitely feel it's brought up buried feelings. And yeah, retrogrades are about thinking about the past, which is why with the 6 that I've got, I'm all about past lives. Like I feel past lives as if just as strongly as I do everyday life. I've always been like that. It's weird, but and I'm also good at helping people when they're living in, you know, like kind of, because I know how strong past life connections can feel. And I'm not actually, I'm not just talking about you and your twin flame. Like, although obviously I feel that very strongly too. I'm actually more talking about, like, I can tell when I've had past lives of anyone in my life, and it's really good to be able to recognize, like, right, that was in the past, and even me, your twin flame, actually, as well. I've never sort of kind of given that spin on it before, I don't think, but you might have had a past life or fucking several. Well, you actually have. You 100% have with your twin flame. You've got loads of past lives. Like, I know, and I'm not kidding, this is my last life, because this planet Earth is a shithole. Like, and I'm not joking. I'm not fucking going through this again. I'm certainly not fucking going through the twin flame fucking roller coaster ride. No thanks. I don't regret anything, and I would do it all again this life, but I'm not coming back to do it in another lifetime. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done after that. I'm absolutely done. That song's just came on by the Sugar Babes, Push the Button. And isn't that song all about push the button and let me know, get the, what is the words of that again? I'm sure that's like there's some kind of urgency. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some kind of urgency to do something is what I get with that song. Time passes, but my feelings don't change, even though you no longer trust me with your heart. Oh yeah, I didn't really say that, but that's definitely something that I'm noticing in the collective as well. And no wonder, because like I said, you know, different, like I always say, some of you will watch other stuff about twin flames and some of you might not as much. And, you know, but I'd say the majority are, you're right, you're going to see. So actually maybe not, because with the folk that, you know, with the folk that I speak to, it's quite funny how, anyway, but I was sort of reflecting on that before I came on here, is that they're saying that, you know, like that's obviously coming from a divine masculine energy, regardless of gender, being like, I still feel the same, or I've just realized I feel this strongly after pushing them down, but I know that you don't trust me, kind of thing. That is a really strong feeling as well. And again, it's not helped, but that happens on purpose. It's not helped by the fact you've got a lot of, like, I've seen a lot of thumbnails and titles, like basically like generally along the lines of things like this person's coming to tell you they love you, but they're not to be trusted, or this person's coming to tell you, but you know, it's all shit like that. So it's like, and I feel that, and I'm just like, that's so weird how there's like loads like that. Because if you really didn't trust somebody anyway, and for the people that don't trust themselves, because like I said, that's why I'm always saying everybody needs therapy, because there's so many people that don't trust themselves, which is why saying trust yourself, whether it's a twin flame journey or anything you need to trust yourself with, it's not always helpful, you know, when someone's been gaslit to fuck and they've been controlled, and they've, you know, got other people, you know, trying to make their decisions for that. Again, this is lots of people in the world, quite a lot of them. Yeah, that really doesn't help people. Do you know what I mean? Because that's why they will ask everyone else what to do in their life, because they don't fucking trust themselves. And, you know, that's why I'm always saying, please, please get a decent counsellor or a therapist if you cannot make your own decisions. Because you don't need to stay that way forever. Like, but yeah, so again, well, have you got any advice for people with that? Trust yourself. I'm joking. Yeah, let's see, because that is something that I just thought, it's like, you know, I think it's meant to head fuck you a bit. To be discerning, because Virgo season, what we're in right now, is about discernment. So give people a bit of advice, because I don't know where that's coming from, but it must be for a reason. Man holding a coin in reverse. And right. What's this about? Right, so is that I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. Don't know, that's somebody's coming to get the party started, guys. Pink's just came on. Right, so maybe it's this man holding the coin in reverse, but I'd say this man's coming for a takeaway, because if it's the man holding a coin in reverse, the man's not got the coin. Do you know what I mean? So that might be literal. You could be a man, a woman, or whatever you want to call yourself. But that might not be literal. That might be somebody is feeling shit about themselves, because this is about self-worth too. It's values. It's actually kind of like what I just spoke about. Like Venus is values, valuing yourself, things to do with money, and Jupiter going retrograde as well. Wait a minute, I just get so fucking confused. Uranus is retrograde. It is Jupiter that just went retrograde as well. Yes, I know that. Why am I checking? Yeah, because I just spoke about it in another video. Right, okay, so 40 feet. Come on, where's people? I need some people, or I really am going to go soon, because it's going to hit my Cairo. If I stay on here, yeah, at some point while I'm on here, you know, the moon will be hitting my Chiron. So if I start crying about something, that's why. Your Chiron's your wounded healer. But I'm only joking. For me, I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but for me, it's not, you know, there can be times when it is quite rough when it's hitting your Chiron, and but I think I just either, it just depends. Sometimes I could feel a bit emotional, or or I might just feel a bit tired or something, but I usually say something quite profound though. I mean, obviously when I'm channeling, that happens all the time, but because I'm just letting it flow through, but it could be something quite deep. Because Gemini is talking and listening. And it is things to do with counselling and therapy, communication. Let's see. Right, okay, so 43. Now, why did I ask this again? I don't know how the fuck that answers what I asked, but let's just read it. It'll be for someone. This card reverse reveals that you could be acting against your own best interests where money or health matters are concerned. You might be spending a bit too much, or simply not being conscious of enough about what's really important. So that's why I said that. It's either literally about somebody's money's not good, or not spending time on what's really important. And that goes with sacral chakra in reverse too, because it's like not receiving. Yeah, it's not receiving what you deserve. It fucking goes with what I've actually said already. Not allowing yourself to receive what it is you deserve, like not valuing yourself. So, kind of does go with what I said, I think. If that's the case, become more aware of your choices and priorities and bring more discipline to your life. This card reverse could also be warning of self-absorbed or of a self-absorbed or dismissive man who may be out for his oh my god, this right shit. That actually really, okay, I'm going to keep reading it, but I've just thought about that. Oh, so that must be why lots of people are getting that, because now I'm bringing through the same thing. I wondered why I was saying that. I thought that was just one of the thoughts I was having in my own head. So for some of you out there are people you do need to be wary of. Let's see what this is about. A self-absorbed or dismissive man who may be out for his own advancement, even at the cost of your own. And that is like a few of the video titles I've seen. We need to dig into this because I don't like it. Because it's confusing, because it's going to have people thinking, right, well, is that about the karmic people that we already know are causing shit for people in their lives? And like I say that some of you don't, it's not that you don't know, but I know fine well someone will watch these, some people, lots of people will watch these and think, aye, right, that's not me, or oh, I'll look out for that, and you'll still miss it. And it's just, it's not your fault, it's literally just what was meant to happen as part of your path. But it's a bit of a shame because it could actually have some twin flames being wary about their twin flame. But maybe it's not your twin flame. Do you know what I mean? I think that will be the case for some people, because it's like maybe the person you thought was isn't. Like, that's only a select few, so don't hang on to that. Be conscious of the, but again, if it's coming out of my mouth, it is true for some folk, and it is for a lot of people. Not a lot, but it is for some people that will come here. But that's only if you were totally confused and thinking Tom, Dick, and Harry and fucking all these different people, you know, it's for them. You know who you are. I've got some people that I work with that it's not consistent. If you're consistent, you know who your twin flame is. You're good. You know what I mean? Who may be out for his own advancement, even at the cost of your own. Be conscious of the critical or demanding men around you, and always remember that you alone determine who has the real power in your life. Oh, that's quite deep. That could also be about divine feminines, like, you know, it's when I say that about not letting, for those of you that are with your twin flame, like not allowing the power imbalance to tip too much one, you know, the other way. You've got to, that's why a lot of twin flames aren't allowed to come into union until that balance is equal. I determine my own destiny. I take financial action and I'm receiving wonderful assistance from those around me. Well, that's quite interesting with the, let's see, so 36. Intimacy and creativity, but it's reversed. So when this card is reversed, you may find that your creativity has been blocked. If this is the case, you might need to take more risks and open up to new, different ideas. Go inwards to find the feelings that may be causing this blockage. Call upon Ariel to help you release old fears and self-limitations. Affirm that you're open to spirit's love and creative inspiration. This card reverse can also signal problems of intimacy of all kinds and issues of sexual intimacy in particular. Visualize Ariel spinning a beautiful light in the second chakra, calming and healing the energy there. Know that real closeness can be both safe and comfortable for you, and that you deserve a depth of sharing in your relationships. Well, fuck me, do I not say this all the time? I feel the tantric guides wanting to come in and channel now. Yeah, well, again, it's just what I've just read out. I really do feel that because some people, and if you're new, when I say I really do feel, it means it's a really, really strong message. I feel there could be people that are, because such deep feelings are arising for the twin flame. I mean, I come across this in personal sessions, especially when I look at some people's charts. I don't know if we want to go that deep on the stuff like this, but maybe someone needs to hear it. Is yeah, just it's a bit more than like, well, it's definitely like to do with like just not, you know, maybe being able to, and now it's quite interesting, it's like a Britney Spears video. I don't know what song that, it's Womanizer. Oh my god, it's fucking Womanizer. That's hilarious. Right, guys, and he's pulling up 20th of April on his phone. So I wonder if someone is, this is quite specific, but someone might be dealing with an Aries man. Oh no, wait a minute. That's not Aries, that's Taurus. I had to think there. So yeah, someone might be dealing with a Taurus man, because it was that's how I'm working that out. He was looking at, or you might be a Taurus. And well, he might just fucking straight up be a womanizer because she's singing womanizer, woman. I don't know. Ooh, you are. Ooh. Na, 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 na. Yeah, all she sings in that song is womanizer, womanizer, womanizer. Fucking hell, someone's dealing with a fucking womanizer. He's not a very good one either because he's fucking coined in reverse. Anyway, so, but, who is this for? Go with this. Oh yeah, so we're anyway. So yeah, that's true though because that song is going to mean something. Oh, or it could, right, I've just had a ding, ding, ding revelation there. It could be, let's see. Yeah, I think we need this. It could be that I think we could have some divine feminines being distrustful of a man because maybe they were a womanizer and they're not now. That's what I think that might be as well. But it's not just that, right? There's two messages. It's like I really do feel, and that is strong. It's the first one. It's there's someone watching this channel. Again, just be wary. Again, you should just, that's why you've got to take things slow anyway. That I do feel there must be somebody watching this that does have like, well, I just don't think someone's quite done with that type of, whether you call it womanizer or player, or so just make sure that you're on the same page there, I would say. Right, what do we know about this? That's why I love it when the songs are on too, because it's. But where I was actually going to go, this is why I need people here to remind me. So before I'll pull that card, what I was actually going to say is, I won't go too deep with this because it's better for me it's better for me to explain stuff like that in private, but I can see everything in someone's chart, but whether it's directly you, whether you're a man or a woman, or whatever you identify as, or whether it's your twin flame, because I love that when I look at two twin flames charts together. But if you have got specific energies in things like the 8th house, like you really do need like intimacy, but so actually which would be difficult if someone was a womanizer or a player, because you'll just keep not being satisfied, if you know what I'm saying. And I saw it recently in someone's chart, and I left the person their jaw hanging over, like it just made a lot of sense. So yeah, I know that's quite cryptic, but like I said, it's because it's but yeah, just generally speaking, I mean that can go for anyone, but it's kind of like with women it would be, and actually that's really interesting. I was actually speaking about that with a woman recently as well, is that like with a different person, that I feel a lot more women are becoming really conscious of their bodies when it comes to sex. Like basically their body's kind of shutting down because they're not getting what they need emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And I just feel that again as part of a bigger awakening. This is really deep shit tonight, guys. That's true, right? Anyway, so and again, that's all stuff I can look at in your chart. That would be the psychic astrology empowerment reading. So, and I don't even know if that's on the schedule. So if you want that, just email me, and that is pretty much like a package, but I can do 3 hours in the one day, or I can do it over a couple of sessions, but that is life-changing, and some people have said it's better than therapy for them. So, and pretty much everyone that tunes into me, it's had sessions, has had that one. But if you want an astrotherapy session, that's where I can just look at what's going on just now. But right, anyway, tell us about, before I forget, what was I asking about? What was this like? I think so, as well as what I'd already said about just being wary that you're on the same page with someone. If that's not what you're wanting, like you're not okay with people like dating other people and seeing you at the same time and whatever, But it could even be worse than that. Like, again, I just don't get a good feeling from whatever the fuck that's about. So don't have the love goggles on if you feel like you can't trust someone. Make sure you're getting the truth. But for the twin flames where somebody's got a past of maybe being a bit like that, which is, let's face it, that is pretty much fucking everyone's twin flame that's a female, a male. It could be the other way too. Guys that are female. Wait a minute, this is too confusing. So guys that are divine feminines, I would like let me know that if your divine masculine female is like a female, player or something. Probably could be, but I don't know. I have seen it a few times, I suppose, but not always, right? Anyway, so give us from up, because that's everyone's got a past and everyone can change, and especially like I say with spiritual awakening, people can literally change overnight. So just be aware that I think that's why they're getting me to talk about this, because don't be, if you're watching shitloads of tarot readings and that, first of all, like I've said before, just be very wary if somebody isn't a twin flame, because I've noticed that before. There's loads of amazing tarot readers out there, but if they're not a twin flame, they can't read the twin flame journey accurately. It's quite fascinating to watch it. Actually, I'll say this, right? Because it was years ago now, but I used to watch someone who, I can count on one hand the amount of people I've unsubscribed from, and I think I've literally only done it twice in my whole life. I might have done it more than that, but it's definitely no more, because I just sort of leave it, right? You probably should declutter it. But all I'm going to say is that channel's massive now. I haven't really went to go and look, but sometimes it'll come up my algorithm. But what I'm saying it for is the women, I don't know what's happened to it, but quite bitter at times, and but really amazing at tarot. But just has a real issue with the twin flame journey and everything. And it's so, yeah, that's what I mean about it. It's got nothing to do with being good, because like I said before, there's some people that practice black magic and dark spell work and that are, they're really psychic. So don't think being psychic means you're like walking in the light and a lovely person. That it fucking doesn't. Like, it's the people that are genuine will be people that keep it real, and they'll dig into the darkness and they'll show the light. And yes, that's what I do. And there's lots of other amazing twin flames that do it. And there's that Porcelix cup. That Porcelix cup. That cup looks quite posh. Yeah, so I don't know, but that must be really important for that to be coming up, because I was thinking that earlier. I thought that's going to confuse the fuck out of some folk, because it's like a happy thing. It's like, oh, someone's coming forward, but you can't trust them. Like, that's basically a lot of the. And then I've seen other ones that I know are genuine, as it's like this person's coming forward, they're genuine, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I just think that's the black magic to fuck with folks' heads after you've already went through enough to make you like give this person a real hard time. So again, I'm probably saying that for the divine feminines, but I'm also saying it for divine masculines, just to be aware of that that's just something you're going to have to sort of take on the chin, regardless of whatever your gender is that, some folk are going to be quite wary for either that reason or other reasons. So, God, anyway, right. Oh my God, I'm mind blown. So I want you to see the real me now. I've been hiding from our love for too long. Come out, wherever you are. But yeah, so that makes sense of what I've just said. So again, if someone was quite sneaky, but it's not well, it could be that too, but if they were quite hiding who they really were and their secret life, and all their wives and whatever, or all their fucking birds dotted all around the planet or the fucking city. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the situ is here, that's the situ that we're dealing with, is that people are going to actually have to completely be very honest here. I've been hiding from our love too long. I kept up a facade. Oh my God, look at this. I kept up a facade to the world, but you always saw past that into my soul. Tell you, this is some deep shit. And that you only know that if you're a true twin flame. That is why your twin flame is terrified from you. They're terrified of you. Mine runs like fuck. I'll let you know that. I remember that much. it's But I do the same. I run from him too. I can't look in his eyes. But yeah, my one's really scared of that because I just can read them like a book. But he can read me like a book, like I've said before. So it's very uncomfortable, but kind of it's I don't know how to describe that. It's just intense, isn't it? No one ever loved me again the way you did. I never appreciated you until you were gone. So yeah, that I've channeled that already. It might be in the ones that you haven't seen yet, though, or it might be the ones that you have seen. Yeah, this is the kind of feeling, is that it's like, and again, it might not be your twin flame. Your twin flame might not be. Oh, this one, that's so weird. This one came out twice before I went live. I miss your beautiful smile and joyous laugh. They used to light up my world. Again, it's just all the memories of the past coming up for a lot of people. Stronger than ever. You were my sanctuary. You were the only person I could confide in, and I betrayed your trust. Holy, this is just blowing my mind, but that's enough of them. They're too intense, and knowing it's going to hit my Chiron soon. Yeah, that makes sense with what I said, So someone I'm tuning into there, they betrayed your trust. So you could have told them something and then they've told other people, or they could have lied to you and then you found out the truth. Or what else would it be? I betrayed your trust. I suppose if you were in a relationship, they could have cheated on you. Whatever else betraying your trust would be. I suppose that could be loads of different things. And so that makes sense of what we're saying about that. Where the fuck is everyone? Is there anyone here that wants to talk yet? Right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make an executive decision, and I'm going to do Michelle a card, because Michelle's at work, and I'll do Charlotte, and then hopefully by then someone's came. I mean, will we do more collective stuff? Let's get a wee bit more of a storyline. And wait a minute, actually. So in the video you haven't seen yet, I made space for, like, I held space for a session yesterday, right? Now, Mondays are usually my day off, but I just had the strongest feeling on the Sunday, which you'll see when I publish them. You'll see me saying, I feel like I need to make space for it. And then it was so weird because I serendipitously did end up helping someone on the twin flame journey, a twin in union. So, and basically I explained in the video that, and I've got this person's permission to talk about this, because obviously it's anonymous, but I explained in the video that, it's, twins in union can go through this stuff too. But just to give you a bit of a background, it's not twins that have just come into union. It's one of the kind of twins in union that I spoke about before, that I do know a select few people that they actually met their twin quite young, and they got together quite young, or they got together, in the last sort of few years, something like that. It's not so, and they've got a bit of a different journey. And usually the twins in that case are on, they still go through a lot of the same stuff, but it's like learning to love themselves alongside the person, which can make it really challenging. And I've seen it, when one is going through a spiritual awakening and the other one isn't. And then sometimes kids are involved and all that, and it's just that, it's all, it's a different, again, I couldn't have done it that way. It's just, but it's, it's some people's journeys. It's kind of fascinating for me to see the different things that people are in. And that's why I'd actually said, I'd said before that ended up serendipitously happening, that, I feel I'm going to be doing a lot of like couples, like twin flame couples counseling, twin flame therapy for couples kind of thing. Because it's came up with a few sessions that, like, people have been like, oh, I really would love you to speak to my twin, or I'd love you to help us both together. And so, but yeah, there's those twins in union are going through difficulty as well. So, everyone's going through it. And like I said, that's the Venus retrograde. So hopefully if that's you and you're watching this, that, well, I suppose I'm just letting you know that I help people with that, because it's not something I thought about as much as the rest. Fear. I realise that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Balance. Yeah. And these are the cards that came up. session. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So think about that, fear and judgment. And these were the things that were coming up when I was helping the person yesterday. Gratitude in reverse, and these are the same card, and relationships. And that was, you know, a similar kind of message that I gave to that person, is that it was something about, like, you know, he's needing to see more of your vulnerability so that he knows he's not alone in this. And it was just somewhere along the lines of, you know, like, you're strong enough to handle what you're going through right now because you've moved through that bit. And it's like he's only moving through it now. So yeah, and then balance just came out again. And again, twin flames are about balance and loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. And remember, so that is what's quite interesting, I suppose, if you live with your twin flame, is the dark night, the soul is very lonely. Like, you could have loads of people around you and feel so, like, completely, you know, totally alone. And that's when you actually know you're in the thick of it, because you could still be trying to do all the same shit that you've done before and have loads of folk around you, but you just don't gel with any of them anymore. And you could just look at them completely different and, you know, just not want to be there anymore because it just doesn't feel right. And it's a weird feeling because, well, I've been through it, but it doesn't always happen. Like, it just basically most of the time doesn't happen. Well, I think for divine masculines it does actually, but it can happen gradually. You know, gradually over time. You know, I'd say that's how it happened for me. It was just gradually, and then also, yeah, the pandemic and that. But this is not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it's, and then happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. It's like this, I'm just getting all these sort of feelings of someone knows exactly what's going to make them happy and it's not where they are. Take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth? Oh my God, and we need to read this. It's number 33, divine masculine energy. And that's what, again, I'm always channeling for divine masculines, but it's just this real, really strong, oh look, out of the woods, you've made it through. It's this real strong feeling of needing to do something about it, right? Let's see. You don't have to live epically and tackle everything on your bucket list to create a meaningful life. A good life is one that is aligned with your values and integrity. What do you stand for? What? Oh my God. And I keep titling all the shorts, which I filmed, days ago. I think it was at the weekend or something. Because I normally film them, like I would normally have filmed them today, but I felt like I wanted to, and that was good that I did, because I wouldn't have been able to fit in today. Yeah, I keep titling them all stand in your power. So there's a lot of you needing to stand in your power for something. Like, you need to stand for something, you need to stand up to people and to stand in your power against the worldly stuff or personal stuff. But that seems to be a theme. What do you stand for? And I always like that, because it's basically like you either stand for something or you stand for nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like you either speak up or you're sitting on the fence. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of things in the world we could home in on that with. What matters most to you? Yeah. So again, it's what Venus retrograde was encouraging you to look at. Like, what do you value? And are you prioritizing what and who you value? And if you're not, why are you not? Like, who are you doing all this shit for that you like? Because basically that's what doesn't really add up, and that's what counseling and therapy can help you with, or just listening to me again. Because remember, I was about to say, or just listen to me say this here, but remember, I'm a counsellor, so it's almost like I get fucking YouTube counselling, but not almost. It is like that. Some people have said that I have counselled them through the channel, and it's like, I quite believe it, you know what I mean? But it's yeah, if you're honestly answering that you spend more time on things that don't matter to you, and you're putting things that matter and people that matter. Oh, that was my favorite when I was younger. I'm just trying to remember what it's called. What the fuck is that called again? What? I can't even see because the mute thing's over it. Oh, that's annoying. I can't even really think. baby. I don't even really know what that's about either. I'm actually, for once, I'm lost for words, because I'm like, I just love the song, but it's Timbaland and I just love the tune, but I can't remember the words, so that's helpful, isn't it? I like it just the way. Do you know what I mean? That one, but whatever. What matters most to you? Do you feel the most alive in this joy? This is your invitation to actively participate in the creation of your beautiful, bold life. So again, very Leo, and Venus is love. What do you value? Beauty and money. So remember, it's like, so that could be things to do with work. Like, do you love your work? Does it bring fulfillment? Is it being of service to other people? Is it, does it bring you happiness? Did I already say that? And then again, for your love life, obviously, do you find the person you're with beautiful or handsome or whatever words you'd want to use? Do you just, do you go all doe-eyed in their company and you don't mind whether they're talking or snoring or silent, or, because you just fucking love the fuck out of them? You don't need to be that strong about it, but why not? Aim high. You know what I mean? Why are you settling? If we're talking twin flames, that is what you're like about your twin flame. I mean, they'll fuck you off massively as well, but because that's what was funny about when I was helping the person yesterday. And I said this in the video. So I will, like I said, they're very intense and I just didn't feel like publishing them right at the time. But I'll just fucking, it's got a bit passionate at certain bits, but fuck it. We'll just put it out there. Yeah, that's what I said to the person I was helping yesterday, is that, it was, anyway, I'm not going to say everything I said, but it was just basically like, even when you go through challenging times with someone, it doesn't mean they're not your twin flame. Like, basically what I'm saying is there's no doubt in this person's mind that that is their twin flame. And that's what I was really in, well, that's what I'm in everyone's life. Like, that's what was in her, that's what I'm in her life to remind her of, is it's not an easy ride. Like, it is just continuous lessons. But a lot of fun as well. And it's, and that's like, it's so cheesy, but relationships aren't always a walk in the park, but they shouldn't be like abusive, and basically you shouldn't be like what I was channeling at the start. Like, it shouldn't be like, not like a lot of distrust and feeling like you need to one up each other and all that. And some relationships do go like that. And again, don't ask me, because that's not, other than my very early teens, still, I would say fucking, I was going to say child, but like early teens, it's why I never got in another relationship after that, because it's like, well, that's not why, it's because of the twin. Anyway, I'm not going into that big chat again, especially not when it's hitting my Chiron, but no thanks. I'd rather be alone than be in something like that. Right, where do we get to here? The decisions you make and the choices you align with create your life. Yeah, so again, that's about taking responsibility for your own happiness and your own life. And I said in one of the videos I think I haven't published yet, never put the key to your happiness in someone else's pocket. Boom, drop the mic moment. The question becomes, what kind of life do you really want to live? You've drawn this card because there may be an imbalance in your thoughts. You may feel like a victim to the harassments of life. Again, that could be the karmic interference of anyone trying to control your life, stopping you from being happy. But this is a reminder that you're in control of your own reactions to all situations. Because basically, right, I've said this before, but a lot of the lessons for divine masculines are to not let other people push you around, like hopefully not literally, but that will be for some people, but like mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like, that it's teaching you to stand up for yourself, which is going to cause conflict. Like, for instance, I can tell you right away from what I've channeled and what I've picked up on about some of these twin flame unions, is coming with chaos, and nobody's going to be able to avoid that, really. Not nobody, but a lot of the unions where you've been waiting a long time, I really don't think you're going to get away without the conflict there. Like, people aren't going to be happy, and you've got to accept. It's a horrible bit of it, and that's why I think it disheartens me a lot, is that you've just got to accept it, that like the most important thing is that you and your twin flame are happy about what's happening, and anyone else that would involve as well. Like obviously with the people that I help that have got kids and that, you've got to, as long as you're making sure that you and your twin flame are happy and the other people that are important factors. When it comes to people's noses are out of joint, like definitely if we're talking exes here that are still trying to control people. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what to say about that. It's like fucking let somebody move on. Let somebody move on and you move on. Like, it really is that simple, but some people just don't want to let people go. And which actually that is, with me saying that, that's really actually quite, I said something like that in one of those videos, is that I don't really want to go there when I'm live, really, right enough. Well, yeah, no, I will. That's true. You know, that some of us have been in a similar situation like that, where you didn't want to let someone go and you know that they have strong feelings for you. as Katy Perry, hot and cold come fun. Fucking banter, spirit world. But yeah, in that situation, like, you know what I mean? When I've been in that situation, in fact, I've been in that situation with a few people before. And like I said, you know, it's, well, everyone that's around here all the time, you're going to know what that means, because yeah, you can just work it out. It's only ever going to be the twin flame of the current, isn't it? But what I'm saying is I didn't like it, but I didn't try to hold on to him because he didn't want to be with me. Like, so, do you know what I mean? So I just let him fucking crack on. It's simple. Don't try and fucking be with somebody that doesn't want to be with you. It doesn't mean you don't love them anymore and you don't long after them and you want to be with them, but have some fucking self-respect. Do you know what I mean? Twin flame journey or not. Anyway, that's quite interesting. I just said that though, because to be fair, I don't think I did do that with the karmic. I think I did. See, that was, but to be fair, I was young. I think I did. See, this is weird. Again, I'm having one of, is the moon just went into, maybe it is hitting my chiron now, because I'm just having a bit of a revelation there that, yeah, probably did. Yeah, I definitely did a couple of, you know what I mean, where you're like, wow, I would so not do that. I think they're making me go there because it's like, some of you must have had moments like that where you've oh yes, that's now what that is about. Someone's been hot and cold with you. This is a karmic relationship I'm channeling about now, because that I was like, why the fuck are you making me say that? Where somebody's played with your emotions. That's what I was picking. Now we're getting somewhere. That's what I was picking up with when I was saying that about when the Womanizer song was on. And yeah, that's karmic stuff. That again, some of you out there fucking use your discernment, because like I've said before, some of your twin flames could have played pretty close to the bone looking like a karmic before they actually go through their spiritual awakening, and that's why you need to have good boundaries. Very interesting message, but I do get it. Right. Is anyone here yet? No, nobody that's talking. Oh well, fine. Stick then, as we say here. Right, what can I ask? Let's put them back there. What can I ask? People cometh. Come on, people. Soul family. Give us a storyline of someone out there and I'll run with it. And then I'll do I'll write the names down so that I don't forget. I said I was going to do Michelle and then Charlotte. Right, give us a wee storyline. Wedding. Fuck. I was about to say I was getting things about engagement and I've just pulled out wedding. So this situation involves marriage. interesting though, right? What I don't always get this for this card. Sometimes it is just quite simply a literal wedding. Not often though, but sometimes it's a wedding. And sometimes it's about union, because wedding is like union, it's a union of souls. So it's not a literal wedding, it's a union of souls. And sometimes it's like a karmic card. And I'm really getting pulled into this being a karmic card, because whether that's her dad or the man she's marrying, she's like, fuck my life. I don't know if you're going to be able to see on the laptop, but she's like looking up at him like, so whether you're a woman that's married to a man, or a man that's married to a woman, or same-sex couple, it's like she's looking up like, I can't believe I'm marrying you, or I can't believe I married you. Do you see what I mean? Like, you can't really see her eyes, but she's like, I'll just grin and bear it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's so clearly I'm picking up on somebody that's an unhappy marriage. What the fuck? Why is it doing that? That was weird. It's going like a blue light. Right. This isn't actually very funny, because now this is making sense. So I've just picked up enlightenment, and I'm definitely getting that. And it's like, now that someone is going through their spiritual awakening, and I actually can think of someone that is going to make sense to that I've worked with, that this is a past situation. So this is, you've already went through this, but this is definitely your story, and whoever else is at this bit now, or it's yet to come. But it's like, after going through awakening, that's the feeling. I can't fucking believe I'm married to this person. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's how you feel. Like, and again, how would I know? I've never been married in this life, but I know because of the people that I help, and that's how they've described it. It's like, with enlightenment, there is no separation. We recognize that we're one with the divine. So that's what I meant by, like, you could, the person that you are when you marry someone, it can be vastly different after an awakening, and then you could just have absolutely no, just have absolutely nothing in common with them anymore, and they've just pulled a love bond grows stronger over time. And then therefore, if that's obviously that's twin flames, not the ones that are married, and then it's like someone's got a twin flame. If you've been in separation a long time, that bond only grows stronger. So you can see, again, this is definitely, it's like one bond that would have been close if people have decided to get married. But like with the stories I've given loads of times from interesting conversations that I've had with men over the years, not always. And women actually that have done that too. But it's like the next logical step. Anyway, so that's someone's storyline. And let's pick up on another one. And if you're there watching and you're not just a lurker, if you want a card, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because my phone's actually going to die. It's at 11%, so something might be significant about, September 11th. Something might be significant other than what we know about that sad day. Something might be significant going to happen to you in that day or something. That's another one, yes. Right, give us another story. Oh shit. Bond. Oh look, it's the same one. A love bond grows stronger over time. Yeah. So I feel that must be quite a strong message in the collective, that it's like these feelings have only gotten deeper over time. Yeah, and the passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So this is definitely a union. And flirt, yeah. So like extend your light-hearted energy to others. So that, I would say that is definitely a union coming together for who that is. And your person wants to say to you, I quite like doing this when nobody's here. Your person wants to say to you, so they're coming in saying the love's stronger than ever. They're going to come in flirting with a passion. That's the pretty clear message. And they're going to say, it'd be funny if it's like, I can't leave my karmic partner just yet. I don't know if that deck says that. I'll scream. If it says that, I'll be like, oh my God. I'm trying to, oh my God, kind of. What does this say? Oh, that one again. I'm trying to move on, but the thoughts of you still linger and I can't control them. Does that fit with what? Yeah, I suppose that does fit. So somebody might come in saying they can't stop thinking about you. And they've tried to move on, but they can't or something. a wee word of warning, guys or women out there. I wouldn't say that because it's like I said, it's not a nice feeling, I don't think. Well, I know being on the receipt, it's just not nice, yeah, when it's kind of like, all right, great. So yeah, you tried to, but it didn't work. Brilliant. But that's the twin flame journey. So I kept up a facade to the world, but you always saw past that into my soul. So there's that one again. Right. So what wait a minute, actually, I done that yesterday for that person. So what is the feeling that's standing in the way of that person's twin coming forward? And then we'll do another few of them. I quite like them, and then I'll just start with Michelle and Charlotte. What's standing in the way? Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So perhaps there was some kind of challenging situation that happened between you and your twin, or an argument, and that's what's standing in the way. But it's about growth. And what I always get about this card is the blue and the gold. Like, gold is success to me, like the blue is like the throat chakra. And by the way, see, when my throat was going like that over the last sort of week or so, it's never amounted to anything. So it's definitely throat chakra. Like, that's just me being a channel for the twin flames, that you're giving it to me to show how difficult it is for people to find the words. Yeah, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So again, I really do feel it's like, this is your story. It was about, well, obviously it's always about your soul's growth, but it's like it's growing as a person. And just basically, yeah, accepting that challenges why am I saying all this cheesy shit? Is the moon in Gemini already? It's like challenges are going to come up in life, but you don't run at the first argument, because it's just going to happen. Yeah, it fucking is. I knew it. That's so funny. That's hilarious. So the moon is 0 degrees Gemini, and that's hilarious. Yeah. So that's why it's like it's yeah, it's going to be extra all the feels. It's brilliant for these cards, but oh well, if I can handle the intensity, let's just do this. Right. So why am I shuffling name again? Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So feminine energy. Right. Let's do another one of these. So what's somebody else's story then? So basically, with the 0 degrees moon in Gemini, it's time to speak your truth. Whether it be to your twin, the people around you. Oh my God. I don't know whether that's someone letting go of a marriage you're in, or a twin flame. You'll be the one to it might not be a marriage, it might just be a relationship, but I mean, it does say marriage. Or it could be twin flames getting married, or maybe you're already married to your twin flame and let go. We've had a situation like that before, where someone was wanting that, and you have to let go. You don't. Again, some women don't, and they're like really like basically telling the person when, where, and how to do it. So romantic. That. Sorry if you're that kind of energy and you're watching this, you'll be like, "Fuck you, Claire." But it's really, take a good long look at yourself. You've been conditioned to be like that. It's controlling again. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not exactly very, like, who gives a fuck? Do you know what I mean? It's for the party, as far as I'm concerned, weddings. Do you know what I mean? I'm only joking. Well, I'm kind of not joking, but anyway. Right, so like the yin yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves, and a marriage of souls is a union of two divine counterparts blending together. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. So I kind of actually feel that is about let go, and things are being worked out, and they'll be so worked out that in time you're going to end up marrying your twin. So, and yeah, because you're both manifesting one another, calling in your soulmate, and they want to say to you, I'll do one more and then I'll do the cards. Life has been empty. Yeah, life has been empty without you. I tried to distract myself by going out with friends. but the person wants to say it's not fucking working. It's not fucking working, and nobody compares to you. I've committed to, oh my God. Look, oh my God. So what did I just say there? Oh dear. I've committed to someone else because they don't challenge me. But maybe this is, so I think somebody, yeah, did commit to somebody else. Again, whether it's a relationship or married someone else, because remember that said married, it hasn't worked. And that's the thing about why I'm saying that about marriage. I'm all for marriage if you're genuinely, truly in love and you want to feel even closer to them. And like I said, you get a great party at the end of it. But again, twin flames lives changed that much. And you know, that I don't know. I just think, yeah, it's like, and the world has changed that much that it's, I don't know that weddings really are what they once were. You know what I mean? But I might be wrong about that. I wonder if you still think about me. How do you feel about me now that you've had time to reflect? My spirit is always with you. Can you feel me? Do you love me too? Anyway, so I think I've done enough of them. But yeah, so what did it say? It said marriage, twin flame, yin yang thing, and let go. So I think in the past, somebody did commit to somebody else because basically that person didn't challenge them. It was just, again, happy enough, easy going. But eventually that's bored the tits off of you or your person, to be blunt, because they're a twin flame. And like you say, because you signed up, like you, it's not like both your souls signed up for this. So oh, and remember, that just flashed, that just went off and on again. Gemini is the twins as well, remember. So I think this is why this channel is coming in really profound. But both your souls signed up for it. So my feeling is it definitely after someone goes through awakening, it's not impossible, but it'd be really quite torturous, I think, to be with a karmic partner while you're going through that. And yeah, and as well as the longing after the twin flame, it would be really boring as well, because they don't challenge it. And if they do, they challenge you in a really painful, toxic way. And it's difficult, it's more different, it's different than a twin flame because it can be, well, extremely painful with a twin flame, but that's only because you mirror each other's traumas. And that's what I was helping. This is really interesting. Well, it's interesting to me. This is what I was helping the person with yesterday. Whereas, you know, where she was, I don't think she'll, again, she might be watching this, because again, like some people are in a situation where they'll watch me on the DL and not the fucking secret haters, right? I'm not talking about them. Let's not give them the attention. People will just watch me on the DL for their own sort of reasons. And I'd said that, like, you know, I know this person isn't going to comment, but I know that she might watch this, she might not. But basically, I'd said I'd asked, like, you know, can I say? And yeah, it's why I said it's like, you know, it really did remind me of that mending the bonds hurt by pride, because it was just, I was really noticing the separation. Like I was just noticing how separate she was feeling from her her partner. Like I said, they live together. And that's what I helped with just by listening. But again, it's never just listening. I'm doing all the healing in that. But what I mean is, it was like, yeah, I sort of pulled a few cards here and there while I was listening, but it wasn't really about that. That is the power of therapy, but going to a healer, like I said, because I'm both. It's like, and just it's again, but like I say, it's the fact that I get this journey so much. It's my whole entire life, whether I like it or not. And like I said, some days I get fucking sick of it, and I can't believe I'm actually doing this, but I do most of the time love it. It's just whatever 10%. I'm like, oh God. Actually, and on that note, I would say after tomorrow, maybe even after tonight, I might be a bit quiet. Like if I've not responded to comments and that, I just want about a week to myself at least. I know that I'm never alone. Loneliness, yeah, and that's basically what I'm saying is. So what I'm trying to say is, some twins in union right now, but you could even be a separation. This is going to make sense. Your twin is going through their dark night of soul, and they could be very quiet, very hermit-like, maybe even moody, angry, all these different kind of things, or some of these things. And you could be wanting sort things out and have a conversation and try and, you know, heal whatever, you know, heal what's going on. But it's about, you know, you're going to have to understand that if, you know, if you know that you actually are twin flames, it's just something that does need to happen. And hopefully, like the people that I'm talking to, you can go through that, you know, you can go through it together. Like, you don't need to actually separate. But some people may have to. It really just depends what is going on. But for the vast majority, you probably already went through that. Right. Failure. I understand that mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Yeah, and that's interesting because that came up yesterday. I was helping that person too. That it's like, you know, a lot of people are, you know, a lot of your twin flames are like dealing with those feelings of feeling like a failure and stuff and just feeling unworthy. Again, it's a dark night of the soul. But if they've not quite opened up to that, to anything spiritual or being aware of that, you could trigger them by even mentioning that. And so obviously these are the ones that don't look up twin flame videos and all that, because that doesn't always happen that way. It'll make sense to someone. Right. Right, I do think I need to do right. So if you haven't heard me saying that, if you want a card, you're gonna have to use your throat chakra. Okay. I'm not that scary. Right. I wanted to use these cards. So right. So this is Michelle's one. So, and I'm pulling Michelle one because I'd asked her before, like, you know, do you want me to just pull you a card and you can catch it later on the replay? So, and because the workaround with me always wanting someone's permission is, well, you know what I mean? You're watching it later anyway. So, but anyway, Michelle said yeah. So I'm just feeling guided to watch. Oh God, yeah. I don't think this is going to be a 6-hour one. I'm a wee bit tired. So unless people come on and with the chat, I'm going. See, oh, that's because that is because of what I said about it's now hitting that part of my chart, and I'm feeling quite tired. Basically, this is my twin flame placement. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't think I'll be going anytime soon. I'll be here for, well, I don't know. Every time I say that, I'm going to sit here for like 6 hours. So yeah, anyway, I think I'll be here for the foreseeable because I'm going to come out with some important stuff for whoever needs it. So I'd like to think that's every time, guys, but I just mean it might be that little bit more important because it's in the house of relationships, marriage, and there's a lot of shit coming up about marriage right now and twins and union. Right, Michelle's card, do you want to show up? "24. Anxiety isn't trying to limit you, but free you from a situation that no longer feels good. What is your discomfort trying to free you from?" So Michelle, that's for you. But like I always say, that's going to be for more than Michelle. I'd say these are more collective cards, but and on the back, I just can't today. Okay. 21. Right, okay, number 21. Fucking 21 just stalks a fucking life out of me. 21 everywhere. Right, so this is the card I actually put on the shorts to music last night too, so that's quite interesting. They obviously foresaw I was going to pull it tonight. Great awakening. Walk in your truth. Stand firm in your light. How can you trust yourself more? What was I saying? This is the theme. People are needing to stand strong in their light and speak their truth, walk in their truth. And it's because of your awakening. And 21 is also A lesson is completed, a lesson has been learned. And I feel the lesson that has been learned for a lot of you is not to take anyone's shit and to stand up for yourself. How can you trust yourself more? And then look at all that shit that I said earlier about trusting yourself. Out of the woods, you've made it through. Oh my God, what newness is emerging? Oh my God, that's the one I was drawn to earlier, and there's 10 now, and that's October. I'm telling you guys, right, like I don't want to keep pushing it back and back and back for folk, but there's something very important about the full moon at the end of this month and the full moon at the end of next month. The hunter moon and the harvest moon, whatever one's which. Harvest is the end of this month. Hunter is the next one. Someone's out of the woods with something, or you're going to be soon, and you've made it through. And it's part of your awakening. Right, okay, but I'll just read this one, Michelle. So like I said, that turned into, that's Michelle, but it's a collective. So that might even be why they said just pull Michelle one, but it's a collective one. That kind of made fuck all sense, but you know what I mean. Right, so anxiety isn't trying to limit you. So see how I don't usually do that? That made fuck all sense, but it kind of didn't make any sense. But I really do feel that it's got some relevance with someone wanting to express themselves to you and just feeling like it's not going to make any sense and something like that. So anxiety, because think about it, this card is now about anxiety, but Michelle, this is for you and whoever else it makes sense with. Anxiety isn't trying to limit you, but free you from a situation that no longer feels good. Are you trapped in stress and anxiety? Look at where you've unknowingly given your power away. If you dive deeper into your experiences, you can see that stress, anxiety, and boredom have a profound purpose. I knew that was weird when I was channeling about boredom. Look at what I just said about the boredom earlier, and there's coming out again. There are indicators they are indicators and provide direction. Get the fuck out of wherever's making you feel like that. Imagine that your frustrations in life are not happening to you, but for you. Stress in any form can guide us into a deeper path to freedom. Instead of locking it out and pushing it away with mindless habits, can you invite it in? Ask it why it is here, observe it, question it, and be curious about your uneasiness. In seeking to understand it, you can prevent it from consuming you. Once you embrace your discomforts, they can release their hold on and no longer make a desperate attempt for your attention. That really feels like shadow work too. You know what I mean? It's like, don't stop running from your shadow. There's a card in here that says that. That'd be interesting if that comes out. You can't run from your shadow forever. And it's better to kind of sit down and see what it wants. And that you do that. And I don't know if that's one of the journeys that's on the channel or if that's what I do in person. I mean, I definitely do that in personal sessions, but I think there might be one like that on the channel, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I need to do one for the channel. Because I've not done a shamanic journey for ages on the channel, have I? So often they leave us with the gift of understanding as we grow and advance from their presence. Yeah. So again, it's like I always say, make pals with your shadow. Stop thinking it's stop disowning all the parts of yourself that you don't like. Because maybe some of these parts that you don't like, somebody would love, you know what I mean? You just don't know. Many of us fall into routine because it's comfortable. It helps, and that's kind of like what that card said. I'm committed to somebody else because they don't challenge me. All right. Right. So it helps us get by. But if we get honest, most of these routines aren't serving us. Routines are mindless habits keeping you from joy. Maybe you're overeating, overworking, overspending, rabbit holing down YouTube. Well, some of you are, aren't you? Because you're sitting watching me. Or on social media, picking fights, avoiding, overanalyzing, stressing, worrying, escaping, and trying to do anything you can to convince yourself and others that things are better than they actually feel. Holy fucking shitballs, by the way. I've just realised this also is very similar to a conversation I had when I was helping someone about, and I said that, right? I just need to publish those videos if I remember tonight or definitely tomorrow, because I said that in that video yesterday, that when you're in union with your twin, but I'm not talking about the ones that you've just got into union and then, because the ones that have been waiting forever in a lifetime and fucking years and 10 years and 20 years and shit like that, you really are going to have a good time. Do you know what I'm saying? After you have a big heart to heart and cry and whatever the fuck else happens, you will be sleeping a lot. And I don't even mean sleeping with each other. I mean sleeping, because you'll be fucking exhausted from everything that's happened. You just won't be sleeping alone anymore. Or maybe some of you will, because you want your own space. I really don't fucking know, right? But I'm talking about twins that have been together a while, and you're going through difficult stuff because it feels like your twin is going through their big awakening anyway. So hopefully you know what I mean. I know some people know what I mean. The key is to recognise the root of your habits, become more aware that you may be operating on autopilot, and start to question, analyse the patterns that don't make you feel good. What my point was there, if you're living with someone and you know that it is your person, it's the right person, so this might be yet to happen, it might be those of you that are not with them yet, just know that, well, you'll know that it's either you that does it or your person that does it that will have, you've just got certain habits, like ways of escaping or sweeping things under the rug. So you don't need to have the difficult conversation. Observe your behaviours not from a place of judgment or shame, but out of curiosity. What do you really want? Ask yourself, is what I'm doing supporting the life I want to create? This simple question can transform limited patterns and beliefs. And the question to ask is, what is my discomfort trying to free me from? Love it. That's the kind of deep work that I do with people in sessions. Right. So Michelle, that was yours. I hope that was helpful. And actually, that's totally Michelle's kind of thing. Definitely, all the wording on that. Michelle talks about being observer a lot, so I think she's gonna. Oh God, shit! Charlotte, I never even really. That card flew out though. So this is Charlotte's card, and it's got a big full moon on it. So there might be significant about the harvest full moon. It is the harvest full moon for you, which is the 29th of September. It's got a 34 in it. 3 and 4 are 7, the crown chakra, and whatever else that means to you. You're the image maker. What you focus on manifests. What thought pattern do you need to shift? And the 5 people watching, one of me being what probably counts as me watching myself. So the 4 people, 5 people watching. If you want, forgiveness will set you free. I've just opened the page up at 14, and 14 is the new moon this month. So new moon of Virgo. Yeah, speak now if you want a card, because where the fuck, right? So 34. This is Charlotte's one. Quite hungry again. Right. You're the image maker. What you focus on manifests. What have you been focusing your attention on? Take a mental inventory of your current situation. What is causing you the most frustration? Now assess your thoughts about that situation. Chances are your thoughts have been focusing. Wait a minute. Your thoughts have been focusing on it too. We always get what we focus on. It is a law. You may say that you want more money, but you focus on how you don't have enough. Or you want to find true love, but you secretly feel unworthy of love. Or maybe you want to get healthy and lose weight, but you say unkind things to yourself in the mirror. You may have every intention in the world to move forward, but if your thoughts aren't aligned with your actions, your efforts will be muted. That's powerful for all of us. You will always get what you focus on. Thoughts overtake action every time, so use this time to realign your thoughts with your true intentions. When you focus on the things you want with ease, no mental barriers will hold up the manifestation process. Believe and trust that what you want is on its way to you. Focus your attention on the outcome you desire most. If you focus on what you don't want, you will get more of it. Use the law of attraction as a mirror of your own mindset and self-worth. You're always experiencing the outcome of your previous thoughts and decisions you made in the past. If what you experience is not pleasing, shift your thoughts. As you do this, you change your outcome. Start by being aware of the thoughts that are not a vibrational match to your ultimate desire. Then shift your focus to what you want and how you want to feel each and every moment. You can realign and refocus your attention on what you want. You have the ability to attract more enjoyable circumstances, and it starts with your thoughts. And the question to ask is, what thought pattern do I need to shift? What thought pattern do you need to shift, Charlotte? I hope that helped you. Well, if none of you fuckers want one, I'm going to pull myself once. Sorry for calling you fuckers. I just felt like it. So what do I need to know right now? And I'll decide whether I want to read that out loud or not. I'm joking. I think. Give me Give me some wow guidance right now. Oh, I think it's is this for me or is this for my? Oh, that's really fucking creepy, isn't it? Of course you make me do something like that live on air. So I think you know what the end of that sentence was, and that's it's 21 again. It's fucking 21. It's 21. I don't need to explain that shit, right? I'm not reading it again either. Did I read it? Oh, I didn't. I just read the fucking. I can't believe that. Of all the numbers that come out, fucking hell. Jesus Christ, man. Right. So what do I need to hear? Not sure that is actually me that needs to hear it, but I'll decide. So, great awakening. Walk in your truth. Stand firm in your light. Well, actually, that is, because I do. Actually, yeah. I'm always speaking my truth. It feels like I'm never fucking not speaking my truth, but I do really need to stand in my truth and stand firm and shine brighter than ever for the things that we're going through in the world, and definitely as a twin flame, and definitely for the twin flames that are going to go through that are going through some difficult times right now. So interesting. At this point in your spiritual journey, you are beginning to feel pulled between your old life and the new life that is emerging. I don't think this is for me. Anyway, you've started to wake up to the new possibility of ideas and even dreams. The real you has arrived and is emerging into all that you came to be. Let yourself grow by committing to standing in your truth. This means you honor your own path and stand proud in your own light. Everything you've been through is a part of your growth and great awakening. You've been preparing for this. The path to wholeness, well-being, and enlightenment can feel lonely if you're growing faster than those around you. Cannot even. This is just. You know what? It actually does still resonate with me though too. I was literally talking about this with someone today when I was on lunch. That's why all that change happened around me with friendships, especially because I was just changing at such a rapid. I was about to say changing and growing, and I said rapid, but I was changing at such a rapid rate and growing that. Yeah, I just, I didn't resonate with anyone, or with really not anyone, but quite a lot of people around me. I was vibrating at a higher level, you know what I mean? Interesting. So again, what I'm saying is if that happened to me, that has to happen to my twins. So this is a reminder that you're never alone and great love surrounds you at all times. Keep pursuing your passion and living from your heart. The earth needs your light. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and knowing your true self will set you free. And when you know your true self, you're probably not too far away from your twin, or you're with your twin, basically. State your desires, dreams, and intentions aloud to the universe. Then write it all down in a journal and give yourself time to reflect. Afterwards, be still and see what messages are coming to you. Trust the inspiration that comes and realize this is all part of your awakening. Walk in your truth, stand proud in your sovereignty. I can't fucking believe this, by the way. The one I've just released, the shorts that I've just released for tomorrow, is titled Stand in Your Sovereignty. And this is a different deck of cards. There's some, I don't know what the fuck it is that's going down tomorrow, by the way, but there's something big. There's something big collectively, or it's in personal situations, something. It might not be literally tomorrow that is the one for it's just around, it's just around. People are speaking their truth. Keep on this path and trust the light within. By saying yes to your life and your dreams, you push the entire planet into greater harmony. It's about the world, really. And the best part is you don't have to do anything but continue to be and honor yourself. But think about it, if you haven't been showing the real you, that is hard for someone to do. So we have to acknowledge that. Observe the women on this. Observe the women on this card. You too can root yourself in your inner knowing and connect to Earth's healing love. Which, interesting, the Earth's healing love is divine feminine. Walk barefoot on the grass or the sand and ground yourself in the energy of Mother Earth, divine feminine. This divine connection can free you from and then listen to this, right? That means the connection to the earth. But I feel this is like there's two meanings. The connection to Mother Earth but it's the connection to your twin. This divine connection can free you from the confines of the system, which is what twin flames are about. One's a matrix twin, one's a spiritual twin. You're breaking free from the matrix if you resonate with this, and give you innate permission to be who you are meant to be, someone who lives in their love and light. You're a beacon of beauty. Shine on. How can I trust myself more? Wow. Holy fucking wow. So I'm sure that will have resonated with quite a few people. But it's just the amount of cards I've pulled for this week and last week that are like shine bright and stand in your truth, speak your truth. And there's so many cards coming through, like overkill really, about you're a beacon for others, and you know, you're here to empower others, or you're a healer, and it's just, again, it's like the guides and, you know, God, really, spirit is really wanting to emphasize that if you're a twin flame, you know, you're equal with your twin flame. It's not like somebody's doing all the work and you're kind of just fucking helping them with, or whatever you think, you know what I mean? It's that you've both got powerful energy and you're equals. And so if you're not quite there yet with believing that about yourself, that is where your guides are trying to get you to. Right, so that was mine apparently, but I think that was just for the other people that are going to resonate with it, because like I said, everyone's cards can just make sense. Bits of it resonated, but most of it feels like it's for Mr. 21. Right, okay, so will we just do one more card and then I go? Have we really not got any talkers tonight? So, like, are the people watching, like, my fucking haters, or are you just people that are really shy? Maybe we'll never know. I'm just intrigued. Why don't you want a card? I'm just going to pull one and use a card. So I don't mind if you're somebody that's watching me because you can't stand me, or you're somebody that's watching me because you like me, but you just, you know, I don't know. Let's just pull one and use a card though. $39. So you might be 39. You're a truth seeker, awakening, actualizing, transcendent. How can you invite more grace to guide you? So I won't bother reading the book for these ones, and don't, oh look, there it is. See, I knew it. I knew that one was going to come out. Don't run from the darkness. Embrace your shadow side. What aspect of yourself have you been afraid to look at or address? So that's the one that was meaning. I can't really be arsed, but do we need to read that? I just fucking put it back. Everyone is on their own journey. How can you focus more on your own path? That's like when I've been channeling a lot, probably in the ones I haven't published yet. Your calling was not a conference call. Your twin flame journey was not a conference call. Not everybody needs to get it. You know what I mean? As long as you get it. Right, give us another one for someone out there. The collective field is impacting you, unseen forces in action, and that's number 38. So, yeah, I can't, honestly, I'm just not in the mood for this tonight. So I pulled 39 to 38. So these ages might be significant. Like either that you're approaching that age, or you are that age, or any of these ages. The collective field's impacting you, unseen forces in action. How can you relinquish control of the situation that feels blocked? You can radically change your results by shifting your beliefs. What belief is limiting you? And there's that one again I read for Michelle. Anxiety isn't trying to limit you, but free you from a situation that no longer feels good. Right. I'm just going to wrap it up because, yeah, it's really interesting. I almost nearly never came on here, but I'm going to trust that whatever I said when I was here was helpful for some of you. But Will we do one of these before I go? What's one message before I go? So yeah, I might not see you a week from today. I might not see you. Why does it keep doing that? I fucking done that at 6 in the morning as well. Like, the watch vibrates when you reach I've set it like to 10,000 steps. But I'd done it at 6 in the morning for some reason. It kind of, I was like, what the fuck? And it woke me up. Luminosity, that's the woman that's shining her light bright. And as she shines her light bright, she attracts in her divine counterpart. Take from that what you will. You might not be a she, you might be a he. Is the guy from the garage going to pop up? The chivalrous man? Oh, that's wait a minute. I've said that's really fucking weird. That I do it and then I only realise after that it's her twin flame. So I've just pulled Luminous Woman. And her twin flame is the guy from the garage. Oh God. Right, okay, so I'm being pulled to the thing that says a new beginning up there. Yeah, so like I said, I might not be here doing this next Tuesday. I'll just see. And just keep me in your prayers and I'll tell you why later. Right. Nothing to worry about. No, it's nothing too deeper that. It's just right. So life purpose. So let's read life purpose and self-respect. But I'm not going to read both of them, to be honest. I'm just going to read life purpose. Right. Your own natural intuition and the genuine wisdom of heart is here to guide you. At the deepest level of our existence, loving and being loved is a major part of our life purpose. We feel it within us all the time as our souls call for deeper connection and meaningful expression of the most powerful force in the universe, love. During those times in your life when you're not in a relationship or experiencing relationship problems, it can be empowering to remember your greater life purpose as a being of love. Giving and receiving love is not an act confined to intimate relationships or family. You can enjoy this beautiful energy anywhere you are by choice. Remember that you're part of a huge family here on earth and a family of light. That's what we are here. Soul fam. Connected to every living thing, including plants and animals. In order to attract the kind of love you want or to rekindle love in your current relationship, it's necessary to be love whenever you can. This is the higher life purpose for all of us. How is it possible to be love? Well, firstly, it's important to realise that it's not about being perfect or saintly, which I think I've covered tonight, really, when I was saying that about making peace with your shadow, because these are the parts of the disowned parts of yourself that you usually try to hide or run away from, when really you need to sit down with those parts of yourself and make friends with them. And I can help you do that in a soul retrieval if you book a session. Or you can, and actually, even if you still want to do that with me, which I would advise at some point in your life to, yes, because it's going to give you the strength that you need. Especially if you're in some heavy situations. Like I said, I mostly do help people with very heavy situations. And you need that. You need somebody to hold space. But if you're struggling just now or your money's tight or whatever, then there's ones on the playlist that will really help you as well. So being love actually comes naturally when you take a step back from your routine and attitudes and tune into who you really are. Your own natural intuition and genuine wisdom of your heart will guide you. You've drawn this card today because the universe would like you to experience yourself as love so that you can feel your higher life purpose firsthand. Trust that love is not an external thing that you must find and keep. It is unlimited and always within you. And I've just opened the page at sexuality blossoms in an atmosphere of trust, intimacy, love, and friendship. Danny, read that, because that's kind of like going to better say what I was saying earlier. Yeah, I think I need to read this for some reason because my hand just opened up it. The natural rhythms of sexuality are sadly misunderstood in our modern culture. All too often, we see that a person's natural sexuality is glamorized and exaggerated in order to lure an attractive partner. Aye, that's all that glitters is golden, and you fucking find out it's a demon. Do you know what I mean? Or they're a fucking nightmare of some sort. Maybe demons a bit harsh, but like no, but that really is like when people are carrying dark energies and entities because they don't clear their energy and shit like that. So as a result, many people become entangled in relationships that have little more substance than sexual attraction, lust. If there is no real connection between the two, then a sense of obligation or fear of losing what there is may be all that keeps them together. That is codependency. This situation is simply not good enough. Also, it's boring. That's like, I think, ties into what I said about boring. Sexuality has its own beautiful rhythm if you're prepared to listen to it. A natural caution and healthy boundary of reserve will guide you when the time is right to connect yourself in a sexual union with the person you're attracted to. Surprisingly, this time frame will often be around 1 month. Oh yeah, I read that. I think I read this when I think I pulled this for Charlotte. Time to know the person in some depth, rather than the whirlwind tumble into bed that's encouraged by Hollywood. Not just Hollywood. I mean, it's fucking society in general, isn't it? Contrary to popular belief, sexuality does not automatically fade as the relationship continues. Imagine your sexual energy as a flower that is gradually opening, growing, blossoming, and coming into its full beauty. Sexuality blossoms in an atmosphere of trust, intimacy, love, and friendship, and will wither in an atmosphere of misunderstood feelings and needs. I was going to make a joke that would be really funny, but I don't think it's even that bad. An atmosphere of misunderstood feelings and needs. That just sounds like a bad one night stand or something, doesn't it? That's what I was thinking. It's like that is what a lot of people will be used to. An atmosphere of misunderstood feelings and needs. Aye, because you don't fucking know them. And it's like, oh, that's hilarious. That's, you know what I mean? All jokes aside, but it's fucking true, isn't it? Whereas when you actually love, trust somebody and you get over the kind of fear of, oh, fuck, like, you know, this person's fucking amazing. I'm talking about twin flames here because this is who I'm obviously talking to right now, unless you're the lurkers that are fucking hating on me and the twin flames, you know what I mean? Whatever. You might learn something. You know what I mean? It's a different kind of, it's a safe intimacy, but not safe boring. It's like, it's growing up. And sadly, a lot of us don't grow up. You know, we take a long time to grow up. And I'm talking about myself here too, by the way. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, right. So, where did we get to here? In an existing relationship, you're required to listen to your natural rhythms once more instead of allowing your routine to dictate your life. Take a second honeymoon, start afresh, make time to connect in the mornings and afternoons rather than after a long, busy day. That's like when I've said that thing about, you know, if you're going to have a serious conversation with someone, twins in union or, you know, twins in separation, that you're going to have a conversation at some point. It's important that, like, you know, you might be ready to talk, but if there's a way to check in that the other person is in a good place to talk, you know, that would be wise, because just because you're wanting to talk right now, basically it's selfish, isn't it? If you're wanting to talk about something and you're ready to talk, well, you need to check that the other person. That doesn't go for Trump, that goes for fucking everyone. But if you think about it, how many people actually do that? A lot of people just don't fucking do that. They're like, I want to talk, I'm ready to talk, so I want you to talk to me. But actually, you need to make sure the other person is ready to talk to you, because they might you just had the worst news ever, and then you're fucking, you know what I mean? And it's, sorry, I'm really going to be putting the fear of God into fucking people's twin flames that are wanting to talk to them. But do you know what I'm saying? It's just, it doesn't really take much to be like, I want to talk to you, you know, let me, you know, can you let me know when it's a good time to talk to you? I don't know why I'm saying that, but it must be relevant to someone. It can even, that does feel like quite heavy stuff. So take note, whoever that's resonating with. But Like, it doesn't feel like you're run-of-the-mill, like the fear that you get, oh, I don't know when I can ever talk to my twin flame because I don't want to interrupt their life because it's me and it's gonna. I'm not talking about that kind of. I'm talking about, I feel like someone might have other stuff going on in their life right now, and you might want to have a big serious conversation, and actually you might just want to check first that it's the right time to do that. So, okay, I don't know who that's going to make sense to, but it'll make sense to someone. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it can also just be with things that are less serious. Like, you say it's twins that are together. Like, and again, this doesn't just need to be for twins, but I'm addressing twin flames because that's who I help. Somebody's come back from a long day at work. Somebody's fucked them off. They're in a bad mood. They just want their tea. And depending on how bad the day is, they might just want to go to their fucking bed. I don't know, or go in the bath or whatever. But say you've been ruminating over something that you want to talk about and have a big deep conversation. It's probably not going to be a good match. You're going to be at a mismatch, and then that could cause an argument. And that's what I mean by it's not rocket science. It's about kind of tuning in, using, and especially with twins, use your intuition, but you're so telepathic with one another. Like, just sort of read the room. You know what I mean? Or just don't try to second guess. Actually ask the person, would you be up for having a conversation about X, Y, and Z? And, well, depending on what your relationship's like, they're going to be like, fuck no. Do you know what I mean? I've had the worst day ever. Or can we just leave that to the weekend? Or I don't know. You can, for whoever that's for. Yeah. Whether you're manifesting a partner or already with someone, you've drawn this card today because it's up to you to heed this call from your heart, body, and soul, to give your sexuality the respect and attention it deserves. But that also goes for not just, oh, look, because self-respect is on the bottom too. And then we've got connection, the wee couple that are like doing whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? That always feels like that card. I definitely feel that that's got to be later on it. So that could be like messages coming forward, or celebrating because it's got 2 champagne glasses, or getting songs through music. There can be loads of things that that means. But it's about having self-respect when it comes to who you share your sexual energy with, because that puts another spin on how we started this. The sacral chakra card in reverse is when you don't have any self-worth and respect for yourself, and and that can, and I just pulled out maturity and inner peace, and that can lead to just, I mean, it can have, let's get honest, you can have a lot of fun being like that, but at some point or other it does catch up with you, and you just want to feel safe rather than the next sort of hit of dopamine. Hello, Charlotte. I'm actually just leaving. I don't know when you got here, but hello. I hope you're well. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. But yeah, I'm going to get going because I just feel I don't want to sit here for hours. So I think that was about 2 hours. I think it's just coming up to 2 hours, I think. But I hope you're well. I will look to see what you reply. Although it does take quite a long time, but I will. My phone might die, actually. It's at 2%, so Charlotte, I've already done your card, but because I've been talking to, well, I've not been talking to myself. I've been talking to whoever else has been watching and not talking, but I can't be doing minutes to people that listen. I love you, right? The people that don't talk, I love you too, but talk about boring. Fuck, I've been channeling about boredom a lot. It's fucking boring. When nobody's on talking, it's boring. Sometimes I like it though, to be fair. Like, like, you know, sometimes I do like it because, again, like you said, I do like my silence. And but tonight I was kind of like, come on, like, you know what I mean? It makes it more interesting when there's somebody here. It just, because it brings out different bits of conversation. So, right. So to add to the card that Charlotte got, Charlotte, your card was all about your thoughts and that. It was like law of attraction stuff. I'm good, thanks. I'm tired though, just making lunches for Charlotte. Wait a minute, I'm going to check. I wonder if have you got Chiron and Gemini as well? Do you know? Oh, Charlotte, I'm not going to look at yours. Isn't on it. I remember that. For some reason, yours isn't saved on my list. I think I must have done it on the computer. So whenever I've gone to do that, so do you know? Oh wait, shit. Well, that's annoying. My phone just died. Right, that's a sign. Charlotte, doll, I can't see what you're saying anymore. My phone that for some reason I'm not meant to be on here very late tonight, so I'm going to take. I'm getting the message. I'm getting the message. I'm going to get off and watch celebs go dating. Right. Oh, so Charlotte, we've got balanced friendships. Your friendships work best when there's an equal share of giving and receiving. So yeah, it's given Six of Pentacles vibes. So yeah, something about, well, just what it says, just making sure that you're not overgiven in friendships and not getting back what you deserve. So that's actually quite in line with don't let others coerce. By the way, this is, of course it is. This is your message, right? To go with what I've done earlier, but and the message was about making sure you watch where your thoughts are going or something, I think. And this feels like very collective as well as me saying this is for you. Don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. Peer pressure. Fucking hell. That is so the collective energy. Your wishes are coming true. Your heart, what your heart has been longing for is getting closer each day. So Charlotte, I was asking for you, but that is definitely for a lot of others as well. And become the true you. Wow, that's really, but this is literally what I've just been saying all night. So become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you were born to do. I think that's a brilliant place to end it on. And that is what I'm doing every single fucking time I'm on here. And I just totally went with whatever the mood brought. And as I always do. And yes, I'm going to say goodnight now because yeah, it's just, I don't know, I just feel it's time. Sometimes I can sit here for ages and I'm like, nah. Right, so enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And like I said, if I'm on, Zoom YouTube broadcast, so did it not title it? I did put in a title. I don't know what, or I don't know if it's got a title, but yeah, so like I said, if anyone needs a last minute session tomorrow, well, you're going to have to email me like right now, or morning my time, because I have got a session tomorrow. But other than that, I might not be available until probably next Wednesday. So yeah, so but anyway, I'll trust that. I almost can't fucking talk, you know. It's like all of a sudden I just feel that's what I mean about just take note like that is because it's hitting my Chiron. I'm like, that's kind of fucked. Like sometimes it's like I'm in the Chiron part of I'm in the mood to be doing like twin flame couples counselling, twin flame therapy kind of shit. And sometimes it's like I can't fucking be arsed talking about any of that old shit. And I'm just, it's weird. I'm kind of like flipping in and out the two. That's why it's time. 2 hours is more than enough. There's no need to sit here for another 4 hours. Do you know what I mean? No. I'm going to look after me. So you look after you. Right. I'm going to love yous and leave yous. See you later. Goodbye. Good night. See you in a week or 10 days or whenever. And keep me in your prayers. And don't worry, it's nothing too serious. You owe 21 on a record there.